Hey, good morning, everybody. Bobby Sullivan here with Don't Steal My Zeal. And just a great, beautiful day here in Southern Ontario. Crazy windy last night. Man, I thought the roof was going to blow off. But nonetheless, made for a very uneasy sleep. But here we are. So this is day 4, I believe, on the Chris Gomez challenge. Actually, it's going to be probably day 30 at some point. But I don't know if you can see this. So it's all egg whites. This is no carb day. And actually today is low carb day, and so here it is. If you guys would like a copy of that, then it is available, and I can fire it out there to you. So great things happening this week, especially at Impact Church. What a phenomenal time! Great to have Pastor Carl and Cheryl back from India and Africa, and all the little critters that attach themselves to their body. Got to give a little bit of coffee here. So I want to give you 5 keys really quick that I believe are going to be successful or help you to be extremely successful in your area of expertise. Okay, so here we go. We call it success keys or Bob's Biz Bits. And here it is. Write it down that the best leaders are listeners. And I can tell you this right now, that my leadership style in our business is somewhat different than most, because I want to know about you before I want to know about your goals, your aspirations, your dreams, your desires. Hey, talk to me. It's amazing how many people have been calling from other companies that are really not even interested in Zurvita, but just the fact that they need a listening ear, and give them a listening ear in everything you do. And I can promise you that your friendships will far outweigh your true friendships will far outweigh your business associates. You know what I mean by that. So here we go. John Maxwell says that the best leaders are listeners. Stephen Sample, in his book, The Contrarian's Guide to Leadership, he says this. He said the average person suffers from 3 delusions. 1, that he is a good driver. 2, that he has a good sense of humor. And 3, that he's a good listener, for sure. But many leaders, probably including myself sometimes, we're terrible leaders because we actually think while listening and think that talking is more important. Very interesting statement that is made there. And we get to the point where we realize that it is always better for you to ask questions, listen, and then talk. And I am learning myself to put a big L, not loser, in the upper right-hand corner of every piece of paper, and remind me to listen, because we've got to learn to be better listeners, and then we can respond with an educated solution. So just recently I read a story that kind of cracked me up, and it was in a book from Jim Lang, in his book Bleedership. He said a couple of rednecks were out hunting in the woods, and one of them fell to the ground, and he doesn't seem to be breathing, and his eyes are rolled back in his head, and the other guy whips out his cell phone and calls 911, and he frantically tells the operator, "Bubba's dead, what can I do?" I can hear it. Bubba's dead, what can I do?" The operator, in a calm, soothing voice, says, "Just take it easy, I can help. First, let's make sure he's dead." And there's silence on the phone, and then a loud bang on shot. And the guy comes back on the phone and said, "Okay, now what?" I just crack up. Get her done. Well, when we hear without listening, we soon realize that our leadership will suffer, and so will our downline. And I once read I'll end with this. I once read a story that stated that we hear half of what is being said, listen to half of what we hear, understand half of that, believe half of that, and remember half of that. And if you translate all those assumptions into an 8-hour day, this is what you get. You spend half of your day, 4 hours, in listening activities. You hear about 2 hours worth of what is said. You actually listen to an hour of it. You understand about 30 minutes of that hour. You believe about 15 minutes worth, and then you remember less than 8 minutes of all that is said. So I want to limit it right now to 5 minutes on this teaching right here. You can get the rest of it in text form right at the bottom of that post right there. So, hey, trust you guys have a great day. This is Bobby Sullivan here. Don't steal my zeal. And, man, Check us out. Don'tStealMyZeal.com. Bye now.